Okay, Gameweek 13. Gameweek 13. I was supposed to show you my the Gameweek first, but anyways. Gameweek 13. Brighton against Southampton. After Southampton's showing against Liverpool, they could get a draw, but I still think Brighton are strong enough to beat Southampton. Brentford versus versus Leicester. I I do expect Brentford to win. Hopefully, Wissa and Mbemo can do something. Crystal Palace, Newcastle. Now, Palace drew against uh, Villa, and Newcastle lost against West Ham. So, this game could go either way between a draw and a Newcastle win. I don't know which version of Newcastle we will see on the weekend, but yeah. Forest and Ipswich. Now I'm sure Forest can get back to winning ways. I think they dropped. They haven't won in the last 2 games, I think. So maybe Forest will get back to winning ways against Ipswich. After Ipswich drew against Manchester United, and Forest losing 3-0 to Arsenal. Then Wolves and Bournemouth. Tough game. Interesting game. With the inform Mateus Cunha, he will most likely cause problems for Bournemouth. And if Wolves played like how they played in the last game week, I expect Wolves to get a win in this game. In the last game on Saturday will be West Ham and Arsenal. Now Arsenal won 3-0 against Forest. Then in the Champions League, they've beaten Sporting 5-1, and Sporting has beaten Man City 4-1. So with Odegaard back, Saka has been a different type of player in the last 2 games. He got a goal and assist in both games. So he got like 2 goals, 2 assists in these 2 games. 4 goal contributions. So at least it's been getting better from Arsenal. Scoring 8 goals against teams like Nottingham Forest, who's been playing really well, and Sporting, who has Gyökeres, but Gyökeres was deep in Saliba and Gabriel's pockets. Gabriel came off. I don't know if it was injury or he was just fatigue, but he came off against Sporting. Really good performance against Gyökeres. And yeah, hopefully he can be back for this West Ham game this weekend. And I expect Arsenal to win. After West Ham beats Newcastle 2-0, and we've lost to Newcastle 1-0. But I still think our team is starting to gel again and play better football. So I do expect Arsenal to win with a clean sheet. And then the 1st of December, last month of 2024. We'll start off with Chelsea against Aston Villa. Very interesting game. Chelsea have been better. They sit in the top 4 still, and Villa have not been like how they were last season, but they're still a good team. Can't deny that. It'll be a tough game. And I think this game could end in a draw. I don't think Palmer will perform since he's like dropped. I don't know why he's dropped so poorly, but I think this game could end in a draw. And then moving on to Man United and Everton. Now Everton's a team that we all know. If they concede a couple, but most of the time it's like no draws. They or they'll end up keeping a clean sheet. But Man United are a team that's struggling for goals, so could Everton and Man United play out to another 0-0 draw? Or will goals happen? But I do expect a draw in this game. Then moving on to Tottenham and Fulham. It's a London team versus another London team. Fulham have been up and down, but so has Tottenham. But I think they'll be flying high after thrashing Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. So we can only see what will happen in that game. Most likely Tottenham will end up winning, but they could go all Spursy and end up losing the game or drop points somehow. And then the main event, the game that we've all been waiting for, Liverpool and Manchester City. Now Liverpool are coming off a 2-0 win against Real Madrid in the Champions League. A 2-0 win against Madrid. Liverpool have been losing to Madrid so many times. I think like they played 10 times, 8 times somewhere there. And Liverpool's only managed to get one draw. And they lost every single match. And now they finally have beaten Real Madrid. Even though they had Madrid had so many injuries, like Vinicius Jr. was their best player, then Rodrigo as well, Mane, Eder Militao, David Alaba. So it wasn't like the strongest Madrid team. As you can see, where they're sitting in the Champions League, they're like very low in the league table. I think like they close to like missing out of the Champions League playoffs, which is a massive shock. But knowing Madrid, they'll end up like throwing some magic in the last 3 games, because that's how many games are left in the Champions League. There's only 3 games left, group stages, before the round of 32 plays. And then Manchester City, who lost to Tottenham 4-0 at home, and then went to the Champions League home game against the Dutch team Feyenoord, and they were 3-0 up. City fans were celebrating, thought they were back, and boom, the game ended 3-3 in a massive shock. City have dropped points again in the Champions League, and they've went on to not win a single game in the whole of November. I mean, San Marino got more wins than them in November, and that's a team that loses every game. So, a country that loses every game. So, yeah, City, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. They whole of November without a win, 6 games in a row without a win. So, hopefully a draw in this game. Then, my team, Raya. Hopefully he can perform. Keep a clean sheet against West Ham. That's how I got him. Less Sanchez on the bench after Chelsea upsetted me. Most likely need to get Sanchez off. Then I went to the back four of Virgil van Dijk, Ola Aina, Gabriel, and Emi Martinez. Hopefully Gabriel and Emi Martinez can play, because I do see both those fixtures they're capable of getting a clean sheet. Ola Aina can also most likely get a clean sheet because they're playing at home against Ipswich. And then Van Dijk, I only kept Van Dijk on because I was not going to put on Rodgers or Buonanotte over him. And I do expect maybe a goal from City. Haaland maybe or something, I don't know. But I don't see Liverpool keeping a clean sheet. If they do, then Liverpool will most likely win the league this season. And then left Konate on the bench because I still expect Liverpool to concede. Then I went with a midfield 3 of Mbemo, Salah, and my captain Saka. Now I brought Saka into the team, took out Cole Palmer. Saka has been in good form of late, so hopefully he can continue this good form and do really well against West Ham. I didn't captain Salah because I'm not sure of what will happen in the City game, so I went to the safe option of having Saka. Only reason why I didn't captain Mbemo or Wisa because against Everton they didn't do anything. In the game before that, Mbemo didn't do anything. So I'll see what will happen. Hopefully they can actually do something against Leicester. I left Rodgers and Buonanotte on the bench because I don't really see them doing anything. Then I went to the front three of Mateus Cunha. I brought in Cunha after selling Liam Delap. And he's partnering Chris Wood and Johan Wissa. I expect goals from my midfield and my strikers. I expect at least 3 of my defense to keep a clean sheet at least. Gabriel scored against Sporting, so hopefully he can score again in the Prem, get me extra points plus a clean sheet. Cunha has been in fine form. If he doesn't perform, then you'll know I'm cursed. So, yeah, anyways, peace.